Welcome, Trailblazer family, to this year's Dixie State Athletics Hall of Fame ceremony. We know it's a little bit weird while we're not in person, enjoying a nice event together, but we're grateful that we're able to do this virtually and still be able to honor some amazing student athletes from our past and be able to share that with you, even if it's just virtually. So thanks for being with us. We hope to honor this year's class in person as we can throughout maybe this next year at certain events, football games, basketball games, as their schedules permit, and of course as COVID allows, which we're very hopeful that we'll be back to normal in the fall. But before we get into the ceremony tonight, into the first of our inductees, I just want to express my appreciation for our history and our heritage here. Tonight you will see 6 individuals inducted who exemplify that rich history and tradition to the extreme. They have accomplished amazing things here at Dixie State and after they've left. But it's a true reflection of truly the amazing history and heritage we have here. Without every one of their efforts and their accomplishments, their hard work and sacrifice and grit, we wouldn't have gone from a junior college to a 4-year university, from a junior college athletic department to an NCAA Division II athletic department, and then now, today, as a first-year transitioning Division I athletic department. Without every single one of their efforts and every single student athlete that isn't even in the Hall of Fame, we wouldn't be here today. And for that, we are so grateful and appreciative of that amazing history and heritage we have here. So while we are so grateful and appreciative of the amazing student athlete support and success we've had over the years, we're also very grateful for our community. In fact, we have several members in our Athletic Hall of Fame from the community that weren't even athletes here that have given so much to the athletic department over the years. So it's a total team effort that allows us to succeed. And we'll take a team effort long into the future to have us grow and thrive and succeed at the Division I level. So we're so grateful for all of you. Thank you for being here tonight. And we hope you enjoy this virtual Hall of Fame. So sit back and relax and enjoy these wonderful Hall of Fame inductees.
The Dixie State Athletic Hall of Fame honors individuals who have made outstanding contributions as a competitor. All have good character and have made a significant impact in their respective sports. This year's inductees are Archie Amerson, football, 1993 to 1994. Johnna Brown, women's basketball and softball, 2009 to 2013. Quay Duncan, softball, 2010 to 2013. Don Duncan, football, 2011 to 2013. Zach Robbins, men's basketball, 2009 to 2015. And George Staheli, football, 1959 to 1961. Today, we will look at each inductee's accomplishments as well as hear from most of them. Our first inductee is Johnna Brown, who played women's basketball and softball at Dixie State. She earned All Pacific West Conference and All West Region honors in both sports. She helped softball to a 150 and 55 record and 4 straight NCAA regional tournament appearances. She had a .410 batting average in her career with 27 home runs. She is in the top 10 in school history in 7 different statistical categories and is the record holder for hits in a single game. In basketball, Brown played 3 seasons and averaged 15.9 points per game and 9.6 rebounds per game. She was named the Pac-West Freshman of the Year and earned all-conference honors all 3 years. She was Dixie State's first athlete to break into the 1,000-point club and currently holds the record for most career points with 1,212. Here to induct Jonna is current women's basketball head coach, J.D. Gustin.
Hello, I'm head coach J.D. Gustin of the women's basketball team. I'm excited for this opportunity to welcome and officially induct Jonna into the Hall of Fame. Jonna was an outstanding contributor to 2 different programs at Dixie State and has left an impact and a legacy. Welcome to the Dixie State Hall of Fame, Jonna.
Hello, Dixie. I wish to extend my deepest thanks to the selection committee for my inclusion into the Dixie University Sports Hall of Fame. This is an honor that I will treasure all of my life. I could talk all day about the amount of people who helped me get here and impacted my life, but I think we all have had enough Zoom calls recently, so I will keep it short and sweet. First off, I thank the coaching staff for all their leadership and support. To my basketball coaches, Angie and Lene, you both played a critical role in my development as a player and as a person. Thank you both for giving me opportunities to coach alongside of you after my playing career was over. Likewise, I would like to thank the softball coaches, Simpkins, Buchanan, Doug, and all the others who have helped develop a program that was competitive and fun. I would like to thank you all for allowing me to play both sports while I was there. It was truly an amazing experience. Looking back, it is the coaches that have taught me so many skills both on and off the court, as well as the diamond. Thank you for being such positive influences on my life. Secondly, I would like to thank the Dixie Athletic Administration and all their support staff for making the Dixie experience so rewarding. All of you don't receive the credit that is deserved, but you have created an athletic program built on excellence, both in and out of the classroom. You always demonstrated your care and compassion to us as athletes and as women. Thirdly, I thank the Dixie fans and St. George community for your loyalty and support. Through the wins and losses, you always cheered us on and always had a positive feedback. I'm sure the refs and umps felt a little differently. But thank you. From the fans who sat down the right field line to the Pack the Burns night, these fans are truly a gift to Dixie Athletics. Finally, and most importantly, I extend my thanks to all of my teammates, for without you, I would not be receiving this award. Basketball and softball are team sports. My statistics and my success could have only been achieved with the extremely talented athletes I played with. They were my closest friends during college, and I've kept in touch with many of my teammates since graduation. From the bottom of my heart, I share this recognition with them. Lastly, I could not have done this without my family. Mom, Dad, Shannon, thank you so much for teaching me to never give up and do what you love. Thank you for letting me try every sport possible as a kid. Thank you for cheering me on when scoring 30 points or getting 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes. It happened a little too often. Or hitting a home run or going 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. I couldn't have done it without all your love and support. Thank you again, Dixie University, and my sincere best wishes for continued success, health, and happiness. Roll Storm.
Archie Amerson played 2 seasons at Dixie State and was a 2-time NJCAA All-American selection. He rushed for over 3,000 yards in just 2 seasons and led the nation with 1,691 yards and 20 touchdowns in 1994. He went on to play at Northern Arizona, where he won the Walter Payton Award in 1996 as the best offensive player at the NCAA 1AA level. He went on to play 8 seasons in the Canadian Football League. Here to induct Archie is Dixie State Director of Athletics, Dr. Jason Booth.
I am now excited to induct Archie Amerson into the Athletics Hall of Fame, and this one is an exciting one for me as I'm a Northern Arizona University grad, and to share both the Dixie State and Northern Arizona history with him, that's pretty fun, and especially as a Walter Payton Award winner at NAU, that's awesome. Unfortunately, Archie was not able to share a video message with us tonight, but he has expressed his extreme appreciation and gratitude for this honor, and we look forward to hopefully hosting Archie on campus with us in the near future. Congrats, Archie. Welcome to the Athletics Hall of Fame.
Quay Duncan was a 4-time Pac-West softball selection, including 2 appearances on the first team. She also earned Pac-West Player of the Year honors in 2011. She finished with a .370 batting average with 35 home runs, 178 RBIs, and 88 runs scored. She helped guide Dixie State to a 150 and 55 overall record during her 4-year career and to 4 straight NCAA regional appearances. She is currently ranked in the top 10 in 9 career statistical categories and is still the DSU record holder in RBIs. Here to induct Anna is Dixie State softball head coach Randy Simpkins.
Hi, my name is Randy Simpkins. I'm the softball coach here at Dixie State University, and it's my distinct pleasure to welcome Quay Duncan to the Dixie State Athletics Hall of Fame. Anna might have been one of the best overall hitters to ever play here at Dixie State and a big-time clutch hitter for us in the postseason and for all of her 4 years as well. Welcome to the Dixie State Athletics Hall of Fame, Quay Duncan.
Hi, everybody. So, first of all, I just want to say I'm super grateful for even being considered to be in Dixie State's Hall of Fame, let alone actually be inducted. There has been so many great athletes that have gone to this school, and I'm super, super honored that now I'm, up there with the best of them. So thank you so much for that. I wouldn't be there if it weren't for my parents. Of course, they've been my number one supporters since day one, through thick and thin. Like with my mom driving me to countless practices, however far away, being my support whenever I needed it, and she still is. And my dad, of course, introducing me to the game, being my coach for years, and just having like the best advice that I would need in any situation that I was in, whether it was just I needed a little confidence boost, or if I was in a funk, he would just pull me out of it. With anything that he would say, it was always the right things. So thank you guys so much for everything that you've done for me. I couldn't have done it without you, and not just in softball, just in life in general. I love you guys, so thank you so much. And of course, I got to thank my coach, Bill Allen. He made my swing what it is, or what it was at least. I was going to him ever since I was like 11 or 12 years old, and he had such a huge impact on my life and my softball career. So I can't thank him enough for it. And of course, I need to thank my Dixie State coaches. First, Justin Buchanan, for recruiting me. I had no idea where Dixie State was until he showed up, and I'm super thankful for that because it changed my life. And I honestly wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So thank you so much for that. And Doug Rogers for, first of all, just being the most kind person I've ever met. And he cares so much about the team and the players and just everything Dixie. And he was always there for us whenever we needed him. He would throw to us at hitting practice or before the games, give us a little confidence boost, and he's just such an awesome person. So thank you so much, Doug. And of course, Randy Simpkins, for putting up with all my shenanigans over the years. His first year was my freshman year, and I just couldn't imagine having another head coach other than him. I mean, he just did a great job, and I'm so glad he's still there, and just he was a great person to know, and lots of knowledge to give. So thanks, Simpkins. And I need to thank my teammates, all of them who I've played with. I have made so many memories with you guys on and off the field. My experience at Dixie State was all about you guys, and you made it the best. I love you all and miss you all. Such great players and people. I feel so privileged to even be able to have played with you guys. So thank you so much for everything. And last but definitely not least, I need to throw in there that I am super, super excited that I get to experience this not only with one of my old teammates, Johnna Brown, but my husband, Don Duncan, also an inductee. I cannot believe that we get to experience this together, and we get to tell our kids over and over and over that their parents are Hall of Famers at Dixie State, and they'll probably get tired of hearing it, but roll Storm.
Don Duncan was a two-time first-team All-American tight end for Dixie State. He was also named the conference newcomer of the year in 2011. He ended his career at Dixie State with 135 receptions for nearly 2,000 yards. Duncan currently owns 8 school records, including points in a single season and career points, as well as season and career touchdowns. He is the only player in the program's NCAA era with over 1,000 receiving yards in a single season. Here to induct Don is head coach of the Dixie State football team, Paul Peterson.
Hi, I'm Coach Peterson, head football coach here at Dixie State University, and I'd like to welcome Don Duncan to the Dixie State Hall of Fame. He had a fantastic career, was a great football player. He's tough to bring down, much deserved. Nice job.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is kind of funky, but we're going to roll with it. Didn't know whether to wear a suit or what to wear, so I figured my Trailblazer football hoodie will do. First off, thank you so much. It's truly an honor. Anybody that had to do with the process, the university, athletic department, Jason Booth, anybody that voted for me, thank you so much. It's very, very appreciated, and it's truly, truly an honor. I want to thank my coaches, Brown, Judd, Patterson, Jody Morgan. Yeah, I'm listing them, but I could list all you guys. Everybody had an impact on my on-field performance, and definitely had an impact with how I conducted myself off the field too. So I'm very appreciative of you guys, everything you did for me and the opportunities you provided for me. Thank you. Truly, truly appreciate it. My teammates, you guys made the game fun for me. I never dreaded coming to practice, coming to workouts, those 36-hour bus rides, right? Those were not even, those looking back, that's some of the best memories I had, was hanging out with you guys. You know, the in-between stuff, not necessarily the games, but the practice, the work we put in, the off the field fun we had. You know, that was a big thing for me. So thank you guys, especially Kevo, Largent, Nick, Brody, Connor, a bunch of other you guys. But those guys in 9 years, thank you, appreciate it. My brothers, Benji and Jake, love you guys. You guys pushed me, you know, kept me in check. We're all so competitive, and in the long run, being competitive with you guys made things a lot easier on Saturdays when we would go suit up. And you guys were with me every step of the way. And I really appreciate that. So I love you guys. Parents, mom and dad, thank you. You guys are Hall of Fame parents, literally and figuratively now. So I want to thank you so much. I'm a parent now, so I understand all the sacrifices that you guys went through to put me in a position to succeed. And I truly appreciate it. And, you know, that's not going unnoticed or unrecognized. So thank you guys. I love you guys so much. Last but not least, Anna, congrats, baby. I love you so much. I knew you were a Hall of Famer before this. This is just icing on the cake. You know, I'm so proud of you and your accomplishments. Not only as a softball player, but as a mother and as a wife. You know, you're Hall of Fame in several categories in my book. This is, like I said, this is just another one to add to the list. So I'm so proud of you. Great job. And thank you for anybody who voted for me or her. It's awesome to be married to a Hall of Famer too. So last but not least, I'm kind of blinking. I can't really think of anything. It's Go Trailblazers. You know, right now we're always representing Dixie State out here in California. But for me and for a couple other people I know, it's always going to be Roll Storm, baby. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Zach Robbins played 4 seasons for the Dixie State men's basketball program. He helped lead DSU to an 82-27 record in his time at Dixie State. Robbins helped the team earn 3 Pac-West Conference titles and 4 NCAA regional appearances. He earned first-team All-Pac-West honors 3 times and was the first player in Dixie State's NCAA era to earn All-American honors. Robbins averaged 13.2 points per game and shot 57% from the field. He posted 30 career double-doubles. Here to induct Zach is head coach of the men's basketball team, John Judkins.
Hi, Coach Judkins here. I'd like to welcome Zach Robbins into the Dixie State Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Zach. Very proud of you. Well-deserving. Hope to see you soon.
I want everyone to know that I take this honor very serious of being inducted into the Dixie State Hall of Fame. Which is why I'm wearing a tie. But in the spirit of 2020 pandemic video conference culture, I am also wearing a pair of shorts so as to be comfortable within the confines of my own home. I've never given a Hall of Fame speech before, went to the internet for some pointers, ended up watching Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame speech on YouTube. Who better to learn from than the GOAT himself? So I thought. I was wrong, actually. He's not the GOAT of speech giving, that's for sure. Spent like 7 minutes thanking people and like 20 minutes just roasting lots of people. So since my speech was only supposed to be about 3 to 5 minutes long, I'll probably spend most of the time thanking people. I do have a lot of people to thank, so I will be talking very fast. The good news about this being video recorded is that you can watch it again if you missed something. You can slow it down. It's up to you. First off, I want to thank the athletics department. You know, Jason Booth, a great person to have at the helm during this time of transition. Awesome blend of approachability, but also universally respected as a leader. Mo, whenever I think about you, I think of the definition of integrity. You know, doing the right thing regardless of the consequences. You definitely showed me that at my time at Dixie. Mike Olson. a previous former basketball coach there. Actually, one of the coaches that recruited me brought me to Dixie. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for everything. John Potter, Derek Dawes, also want to thank Jeannie Walker, who kept me in tip-top shape as our athletic trainer, and definitely planted some seeds towards my current profession as a physical therapist. I want to thank my coaches, Coach Judkins over my 4 years at Dixie. Looking at all my coaches throughout my life, including my professional coaches, you taught me the most about the game of basketball. It's not exactly a fair comparison because my first coach in Poland didn't speak a lick of English. Coach Pizniak, if you're watching this, dziękuję, dzień dobry, bardzo dobrze. Coach Jake, Coach Ryan, Coach Casey, as leaders, you all taught me that as you sacrifice for your people, they'll sacrifice for you, and you'll be able to influence them. So you showed me that with your actions, helping guys with their schoolwork, tutoring, off the court, and then with me personally, spending dozens of hours after I'd already graduated from Dixie, left the team with workouts preparing for Poland. So thank you all for everything you've done. Got to thank my guards who gave me assists so I could get buckets. Adam Ross, my first college point guard. Jeremiah Barnes, who remarkably every road game we went on, he seemed to have a cousin in that town. I don't understand it, but it's awesome. Mason Money Mace Sawyer, who taught me how to build a team culture off the court, which he used Clash of Clans to do so, as well as frequent quoting of Remember the Titans. And since he's now a basketball coach, I think it's appropriate to say to you, Mason, you're Hall of Famer in my book, coach. McKay Macaroni Tony Massey, my college roommate for the first 2 years, taught me, thank you for teaching me how to drive stick shift. In return, incidentally, I introduced McKay to the farming game, which if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It's a cross between Monopoly and Risk with a fun farming twist. DeQuan Thompson, who was with me the most out of my years here at Dixie, and who also sat next to me through the most Hobbit screenings. So, DeQuan, thank you. From the guards, also, of course, Kimball Payne, who lifelong friend, and compared to add up the alley-oops thrown to me by all those other guards, Kimball threw me more. So, special shout out to you. Some of my other teammates, Jordan Rex and Mark Ogden, always enjoyed banging with you guys in practice. Dalton, Lewis, Robbie, you guys are brothers forever. I want to thank my family, both extended and immediate. I think my parents made it a personal crusade to get as many people to our Southern California away games as possible. Since we're from that area, we had over 100 people at multiple APU games, so lots of love and support there, and for teaching me lessons to help me be successful in basketball and in life as well. My siblings, thank you for fostering a competitive nature throughout our life together. Jordan and Parker, probably played one-on-one with you guys, that more than anybody else. And then I want to thank my wife, McCall, who's been a support throughout my career and all my endeavors, who's my emotional support during times of a tough loss in a game. She was always there for me, and who still dresses up as a Dixie State basketball player every year for Halloween, including wearing my size 14 shoes on her size 8 feet, which looks awesome. Feels strange to thank all these people without thanking two of the most important people in my life now, which are my two children, Lyle and Piper. But they weren't born at the time, so honestly, they should be thanking me for the things I do for them. But love you guys. And then lastly, I want to thank my Heavenly Father, who I believe is the source of all my talents and all good things. This is a great honor to be a part of this class here. Love my time at Dixie. Love the community and the support. Proud to be a part of this important and wonderful institution.
George Staheli played center and outside linebacker for Dixie College in 1959 and 1960. He was an All-American in 1960 and earned all-conference honors. He represented Dixie in the East-West Shrine Bowl, where he started as center for the West team, who went on to win the game. While at Dixie College, he was involved in student government and married his wife, Kathy Nielsen. The couple raised 9 children together. After Dixie, he attended Adams State College, where he was a captain of the football team and was a member of the team that won the Mineral Bowl. Staley served as a teacher and coach for more than 35 years. During that tenure, he also started 2 successful businesses with his family. Here to induct George is Associate Athletic Director of External Relations, Wendy Bulkley.
Hi, I'm Wendy Bulkley, Associate Athletic Director at Dixie State University. It's my pleasure and honor to induct George Staheli into the Hall of Fame. George was an incredible football player here at Dixie State. He has set the standard of hard work, and he is an incredible asset to the community of Washington County, Washington City, and is an alum of Dixie State. We're so thrilled, and it is well-deserved. Welcome, George Staheli.
I was born in Utah's Dixie almost 80 years ago. Things have changed a lot, but I know that from walking on campus, the students are very friendly, just like they were when I attended Dixie College 60 years ago. And it makes me feel good that that tradition has stayed. I was raised in Washington, Utah. My parents, W.W. Staley and Cormac Staley, we had a small farm at the beginning, and Dad ended up with a pretty good-sized farm. I was the 4th son of them out of 5 boys. 5 of us boys played for Dixie College. My grandfather was Arthur K. Hafen, and so I grew up, "We love you, dear Dixie School." He wrote that song. And so Dixie College has always been, and I call it the college because that's what it was when I was there. We were a junior college. We had about 200 students. But we had a unique situation because the high school and the junior college was all on the same campus. We shared many of the same teachers, and all of us were just like one big community the last 2 years of high school and the junior college. I started my athletic career basically on the dirt streets of Washington. You know, we had a lot of little basketball courts, and we didn't have any grass areas, so we also played football in the street and kickball and did all those things that young kids do. And my first schooling was in a little 3-room schoolhouse in Washington. In my grade, we had 5 boys and 2 girls. And it was kind of interesting because, you know, you'd go with a grade ahead of you one year and the grade behind you in the other year because we had 2 classes put together. Then we came over to Woodward and then went on to Dixie High School. I was fortunate enough to play football and basketball with undefeated state champion football team and undefeated state champion basketball team. Had a great coach there, Walt Brooks, and he taught us the love for sports. Then I went on to Dixie College. Dixie College was a school that gave me personally a great opportunity to do things in my life that I never expected I would do. I played for a great coach there, Sarkar Solanian. The 2 years that I played there at Dixie, we had the good fortune of beating Cedar City. That was their rival, and we brought home the axe 2 years in a row. That was a great experience. Then I had the honor to represent Dixie College in the junior college All-American game, the Shriners Bowl game. I played for the West team. I started as center there. I also started center and outside linebacker at Dixie College. I was captain of the team at Dixie College and captain of the team at Dixie High School. But more than the honor of being All-American at Dixie, I had the honor of going to some great teachers. I was in the first class that Dr. Barnum taught, and that got me started to doing my major in science. I can remember my first day in English, and I dreaded English, but Pansy Hardy was there, and the first words out of her mouth was, "There ain't no such bad thing as bad English as long as you communicate." And she taught us how to communicate. She taught us how to talk to other people and how to get a point across without having any contention. And I really appreciate her for that. A. Carl Larson, a great historian for Southern Utah, taught me about Southern Utah and the books that he wrote. So that experience I had gave me the knowledge and the desire to go on to school. After I graduated from here, I went to Adams State College in Colorado. And that was another great experience for me in playing ball. I was also the captain of the football team there. I started both ways, which was quite unusual for college. But I had the desire to play, to be a team player. And that was important. That was one of the important things I learned in all of my athletic careers, is how to be a team player and how to get along with other people and how to become unified to reach certain goals. Our senior year at Adams State, we played in the Mineral Bowl game in Kansas City. We won that game and we ended up number 2 in the nation. We were ranked number 2 in the nation. At Adams State, I received an offer to try out with the Raiders, Oakland Raiders, but I chose to follow a different route. I chose to go in education and coaching, and so my wife and I moved to California and started our coaching career. We were offered a graduate assistantship back at Adams State, where I went back and was assistant coach there and got my master's degree. Then went back to California. After a few years, I was offered a graduate assistantship at Brigham Young University, doing something I never thought I would do. A little foreign boy from Washington, Utah, getting a doctorate degree. So I went on to Brigham Young University and got a doctorate degree. I was offered a job at Imperial Valley College as Dean of Students, and so I went to Imperial Valley College to work with the students there. When our oldest daughter was old enough to go to high school, we decided it was time to come home, even though I had one of the greatest jobs for my fulfillment that I'd ever had. So we came home, and when we got here, we had a large family. I started teaching school and had some kids that wanted to be cheerleaders and do other things, and it was kind of financially hard, so we started a couple of businesses, and our kids really helped. We started Staley Catering, which became a very successful catering business here in Southern Utah. We've since turned it over to our children. We also started Cottontown Village, which is a little village over in Washington, and we built that because of the love we had for our heritage in Southern Utah. It represents, some of the buildings are built a little bit like the old pioneer homes that the family had, and we've really enjoyed that. After another thing that I would like to say is, while I was at Adams State, I had the honor and privilege of going on speaking engagements with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And being around those professional athletes and the love they had for our Savior really helped me understand more what the Savior can do and how important it is in athletics and in a person's life. And that was a great experience for me. And it's helped me throughout my life. When we got back here, like I said, we taught school while we were here in Washington County, and we started those 2 businesses, but we got really involved in the community. Because of my family and the way they worked and supported me and my wife and the business, we had very successful businesses. We were honored to be Businessman of the Year by the Chamber twice, Citizens of the Year for the city of Washington. We're involved in Lions Club and the Historical Society. I've been president of the Historical Society. So Dixie, and because of the education I got here and the way that the students rallied around and helped each other, gave me the experience to do things that I never thought I would ever be able to do in my life. My wife and I had a great life here. We've raised 9 children here. One highlight in my life, I did marry the homecoming queen at Dixie College. And so she's been very supportive of me. She's been very supportive of her family. And I would like once again to thank Dixie College and this university. Go Dixie.
That concludes this year's Athletics Hall of Fame ceremony. We thank you so much for joining us in this very unconventional format. We hope to be back to normal next time. We'd like to once again congratulate all of our inductees on their amazing accomplishments, and we look forward to hopefully hosting you on campus here in the very near future. Thanks again for joining us, and go Trailblazers.